Do you do color balancing when you're breeding your Birmingham Rollers, or you just mainly focus on performance?
Performance. Yeah, like I said to you earlier, when I breed birds, they all look white to me. But there is some instances that I've heard guys talk about clashing colors.
Oh,
Have you ever heard that terminology?
yeah, I've
So
heard it.
if you have a how can I say it now? If you have a checker, a blue check, then you take a red grizzle and you clash the colors. I know a little bit of it. I've heard about it. People talk about it, but I've heard that help get the babies more active. So clash the colors. But another, yeah.
Oh, got it. Is it a must to keep your kids slightly hungry when you're flying to produce great results from your flying kit?
Yes, for sure. It's like I said earlier, little hungry, not starving. There's a difference. Starving is a bird that's gonna die, or hungry is just the bird because hunger comes with discipline.
Oh,
like I said to you earlier.
Shucks.
So the birds, they also got to do with their performance, because it's been proven that a bird that's a little bit more hungry will roll more frequent than a bird that is full or that gets a lot of food. But for me, it comes down to discipline. I mean, if my birds sit, I call them, like that video I sent to you.
Yes.
They sit here doing their own thing. As soon as I walk and I say, okay, let's go, they're in, I feed them, and it's clear. You know what I mean?
Got it.
But there's a lot of aspects to do with it that I might not understand all of it. But yeah, a little bit hungry is better.
Got it.
Oh, like wait, like our birds, no, don't do that.
What's it?
No, like like what I'm trying to ask is, because what you're explaining, I'm picturing a dog.
Okay.
You know, like that discipline, like, you get what I'm trying to say. Yes, they are disciplined, but
Okay, let me compare it to a dog. It's actually good. My dogs eat when I feed them. Then you've got dogs that they're active. They'll eat, sleep, and then they wake and they'll do their own thing. A dog that has food in front of it all the time is a lazy dog. Have you never noticed it? So if the dog is not, tummy is full, what must I do? I'll just lay, sleep, be lazy. But a dog that you feed, like my dogs, I feed morning early, so during the day they can be fine, and then very late at night. But yeah, it's all about that, because if we think about it, your tummy is full, are you gonna go run
Good point.
10 Ks?
Good point. Good point.
yeah, I'd rather run first. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, would you say pedigree is everything for you when you are buying birds from someone, or it's not that important?
No, my pedigree for my bird is important for pairing, but pedigree from another guy for me is not that important. I mean, if I get a bird from someone else and it rolls,
Yes.
then I must use it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds confusing, but no, I don't mind other people's pedigrees. But for breeding my own birds, to build a family, then I worry about pedigree, because I want to keep them close. So it doesn't matter if I have one cock, 4 hens can still go to the same bird because of the pedigrees. It's more or less the same thing. But if I get a bird from you and it performs in the sky, I said yes, I can use that bird. I don't care what your pedigree for your bird is.
Interesting.
But because people, I think where that comes from is also getting in racing pigeons.
Oh.
Have you ever seen people? Yes.
Yes.
That bird won that race, and these babies and this and this. Yeah, makes sense. But for me, if you tell me this bird was bred out of my A competition kit where I got 4th in the World Cup, I know the bird's most good, and I can see that it rolls. I don't have to know its history for 10 years. I only worry about my birds to pair them family-wise, pedigree-wise. If you know what I mean.
Got it. People say that you shouldn't go more than 3 rounds with breeding a pair. How true is that? And what are your beliefs on that? Because can I explain where that question comes from? I've heard people say that you tend to make the hens a little bit empty when you overbreed with your rounds and stuff like that.
Okay, so I'll give about 2 answers. I breed 2 rounds, maybe 3. 2 split up, let the birds rest. Because they do get fatigued and to raise babies all the time. It's a lot of work for them. So I personally 2 rounds, done. I'll let them rest, And then when I feel like, okay, I'll still put the same pair if I want more babies out of them, or I'll switch them around. But 2 rounds rest and then breed them again. You know what I mean? If you want more babies out of that certain pair. But the whole thing where it is a hen gets empty, a hen only has a certain amount of eggs it can produce in a lifetime.
Oh.
If it's empty, it's done. I've got a hen here, she raised 3 birds, laid 1 little egg and done. She's young, she's only 2 years old. Not producing anything anymore.
Interesting. Whew. That's interesting. It's the first time I've heard that.
So is that based on is it an individual thing or is it
Individual, yeah.
Oh, it's an individual
If you think, well, if this even makes the video, if you think about even humans, women,
Yes.
they go through their life cycle having their, what do you call it, releasing eggs, you know what I mean? And then they hit menopause, it means eggs of pinch.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh.
Same with these things. If you go watch, I'll send you a clip about chickens. It corresponds to the same thing.
Yes.
Where all the little things sit. It looks like a grape thing where all the eggs sit, and it only has a certain amount. And if it's done, it's done. That's why you don't want your hens to pair up with each other and lay eggs for no reason.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Some people say that yellow birds don't work because they are not intelligent pigeons in the Birmingham roller community. What's your take on that? Because I think they're focusing on the recessive trait and saying that recessive birds cannot outperform birds that have dominant genes. What's your take on that?
Like I said to you earlier, yellow is just the color. It's been what do you call it?
You mentioned, where is it? Is it Boxberg?
Rustenburg.
Yeah,
My dad used to fly a yellow kit. That was amazing.
Oh,
And he
yes.
changed some people's minds. My uncle, Quest, he's flying a yellow kit.
Cause who?
Quest Westhuizen.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to that one.
So, I mean, my dad's proven a lot of people wrong about yellow birds. Yellow is just a color. It can perform. Honestly, it literally can perform. I think we need to videotape on Quest's yellows to show people, hey, this can happen. People don't like yellow for some reason as well. I don't know if you've ever noticed.
Yeah, I have. This question is here for a reason, for that reason.
Yeah, some people just don't like yellows. But why? Because I heard in the old days people say yellows don't roll. But have they proven it? Have they tried to do it themselves? If it doesn't roll, if you think this yellow bird, it doesn't perform. So breed it to your normal birds. You don't have to breed yellow and yellow and yellow. Breed your normal birds. It still has that yellow in them, the recessive gene, and you can eventually bring it back to yellow. Put the roll in if you need to. You know what I mean?
Oh, correct. You know what Tommy says? He says his father, he bred this other yellow that produced a black. That produced blacks in each and every 3 rounds. It will produce you lawn. That kid that he flew with those blackbirds, he used to whoop everyone. He used to whoop everyone. He used to compete with them. Okay. Another question. What's the worst piece? Okay, we've got this. What's your take on having roll downs? Would you use them like roll downs? Explain roll downs. Like I just want you to just elaborate, just relax and take your time. Just explain roll downs, because there's misconceptions about roll downs and stuff like that, because there are birds that make mistakes and then they are rolled down. So can you please explain the difference and take your time.
So like you said, there's 2 types. Well, it comes there. There's a bird that made a mistake on the day, and there's a bird that flies when it gets up high in a normal spot, starts rolling and doesn't open, and it just rolls and rolls and rolls. Maybe it opens, maybe it rolls straight through.
Got it.
That's a roll up. Remember, Birmingham shouldn't roll like a SADRF roller 28 seconds.
Got
So as soon as, let's get that. But so a bird that rolls that far and opens late eventually will not open that, because a bird can't open. You know what I mean?
got it.
So a bird that rolls from there all the way top, hits the ground, hits the roof, whatever, that's a roll down. A bird that flies out and the wind just hits his face and boom, it hits the grass. That's not his fault. That's not a roll down. There's a mistake. It bobbed into the wind and then it fell to the ground. Pick it up and gooi it. Let it fly. If it flies, then fine, 100%. Then you get birds that as they're gonna come sit, they turn the other way all of a sudden because they're stubborn, and then oops, one makes a mistake. The roll down is a bird that rolls from there all the way down, hits the ground. And you just hope that he's dead, because there's nothing you can do with that bird. Because he will give it to his offspring.
Okay, now I'm scared, because I have something like that I'm building a family out of, but it's SA distance. But
No, that's fine.
story for another day.
Yeah.
Story for another day. Okay, I think that's it for now.
But for now,